So it's been a while since I've done a toolbox tour video. I think 2 or 3 years now, if not more, of my 84-inch snap-on Epiq toolbox. Starting up here in the hutch, I've got latex glove holder. I've got a few magnetic trays, fuel line, quick disconnect tool, some work lights, soldering equipment, 12-volt power supply, small oiling can, snap-on Bluetooth, toolbox speaker, just some random Subaru oil filter, spark plugs, EJ series time belt tensioner, little knickknacks, mirror, some zip ties, pocket screwdrivers, brake rotor puller bolts, AC clutch tools for Subaru, markers and pens and paint pens. This is lug nut sockets, Subaru alternator rebuild parts, a little code reader. In this case, we've got boroscope, which is I believe it's a BK55 or BK65 dual 5.5, which is the dual imager with the camera that faces straight ahead and one out of the side of the camera body at 90 degrees. Here we've got the snap-on multi-probe, the EECT 900, similar to a power probe, but with a lot more capabilities. And I believe this is OBD1 connectors from a scan tool, and it is OBD1 connectors and Euro adapters. Don't have my scan tool with me right this moment. It's actually in my car, but it is the snap-on Zeus that has been in some of my other repair videos. I've only recently got it just a few months ago. Over here in the power drawer, we've got snap-on air hammer, snap-on CT 8850 half-inch 18-volt gun, CT 8810 half-inch 3/8 18-volt gun, CT 661, which is the 7.2 3/8 impact, MG 725 and MG 725 in sparkly purple half-inch pneumatic, and MG 325 3/8 sparkly purple pneumatic. We have a CTR 767 long reach 14.4 snap-on ratchet. We have the CTR 761 regular length 14.4 ratchet. We have the CTR 714 quarter-inch drive 14.4 ratchet. Mac cutoff wheel, Blue Point Ziz wheel, Mac quarter-inch air ratchet. Lots of 18-volt and 14.4 volt snap-on ratchets. We've got some roll-lock disc, air tool oil, more roll-lock disc, FAR 72 3/8 air ratchet, some blowers, Teflon tape, more roll-locks, an old Ingersoll half-inch gun, Blue Point 3/8 chuck air drill, some more pneumatic tools that basically don't get used anymore because battery tools are that much better and don't have to drag a air hose around, and don't have to worry about turning on the air compressor. On to the big old top drawer, and hopefully I get enough room to pull it out. Or hopefully I can keep it pulled out with one hand. Whew. Just got done reorganizing everything, so it's in halfway decent organized shape now. And it was a cluttered mess before. But we've got 6.38 metric deep and shallows, 1/4 inch set, 1/4 inch semi deeps, the super low profile, snap-on ratchet 3/8 drive with socket set. This is a what year was this? This was I believe a government model snap-on 1/2 inch ratchet with some period sockets. I had a customer give me that. I believe it was a customer gave it to me because he knows I collect all snap-on stuff. Long metric hex sockets, stubby hex sockets, adapter set, spark plug gappers, tire thread gauge, depth, impact driver, some various big sockets, some Irwin twist extractor sockets, O2 sensor socket. Over here we've got, sorry about the camera, it's hard to hold this GoPro and try to talk and try to move all this stuff around and show it, and so sorry for the shaky cam. I hate these freaking cases. They are impossible to open with one hand. And there we go. Okay, so this is a Matco Silver Eagle set with the inverted Torx and tamper-proof Torx, hex sockets, and ball hex sockets. That is a great set. I've used it a lot, especially working on anything from Germany. Then we have another Silver Eagle Matco set. This is a 3/8 deep and shallow metric and SAE impact socket set. Use that set a ton. I wish Snap-on offered a set similar to that, or offered it in the Blue Point line, but of course they do not. Then we have my go-to for any project is the Snap-on 1/4 inch drive set. This is the very first thing I ever bought off the Snap-on truck with my own money. Love this set, use it all the time. Next we've got the upgrade to that set, the 1/4 inch deep and shallow. This one is the metric and SAE together. Another awesome set when you can catch it on sale. Then we have, this is the Mac tool set. I believe it's 3/8 and SAE. This is the very first professional tool set I ever got. My dad gave me this set, I believe, when I was 5 or 6 years old. Bought off the tool truck, brought it home, gave it to me because I was already tinkering with stuff at that age. He actually brought me home a carburetor and put it on the back porch in a pie plate. I believe I was like 5 or 6 years old. Tore down my first carburetor, and I've never liked them ever since. Then we've got some 1/4 inch metric swivel impacts, 3/8 metric swivel impacts, Ecotech oil filter socket, some triple squares for the German cars, deep metric 1/2 inch impacts, shallow metric 1/2 inch impacts, chrome 1/2 inch metric sockets, chrome deep well 1/2 inch metric sockets, 3/8 chrome universals, random Torx bits, impact driver bits back here. That's the T60 and 3/8, and the T70. This is for the newer Subaru front differential drain plugs. And we've got the pipe plug socket 1/2 inch for the older Subaru rear differential drain plugs. 3/8 deep well metric 12-point socket set. Let's see, I'm going to have to reposition myself because I don't have enough room for my toolbox in my building. Then we've got some random broken metric hex and impact sockets, 1/2 inch swivel impacts and metric, 30 mil, 32 mil CV axle socket on all the Subarus, 1/2 inch drive chrome, shallows, CV axle socket set, No more 3/8 metric, deep, semi-deep, and shallow. And then a sorted tray of some specialty sockets, sensor sockets, suction sensor sockets, etc. Then to the wrench drawer. I can get this all pulled out. So Matco flare nut wrench set, Snap-on Flank Drive Plus, SOEX M710, which is the 10 to 19 set. Then we've got the 9, 8, and 7. Then we've got the XL Flank Drive Plus 10 to 19 set. We've got the new ratcheting Flank Drive Plus wrench set 10 to 19. Some stubbies, midgets, and metric. We've got four-way wrenches in metric, metric crow's foot set, some random metric and SAE crow's feet, adjustable wrenches, got some random metric wrenches, different sizes, some Mac micro turn double box ends, some Snap-on ratchet wrenches that are, I believe, like mid-60s, so far older than me. Some S wrenches, C wrench, the super long 0 offset double box end Snap-on 1415, great for serpentine belt tensioners and the like. More random flare nut wrenches, more 4-way wrenches and SAE. We've got ratchet gear wrench set all the way up, and some larger standard Snap-on wrenches. And down on this end we've got pliers, we've got the hose clamp pliers, we've got hose pinch off pliers. That's a rear brake pad spreader for compact, smaller rear brake calipers. Epiq Cobras, freaking awesome pliers. Some super long nose, needle nose Snap-ons. Lots of assorted snap ring pliers, vice grips, plastic push pin pliers, some dikes, Snap-on needle nose, some adjustables. Oh man, the PWCS7 ACFs, one of the best wire stripping and crimping pliers Snap-on ever made. I used to sell about 5 or 6 a week off of my truck. Could not keep those in stock. We got some more long and 45 needle nose. Some very old Snap-on wire cutters. If I remember right, I believe these were like 1950 or so, and they still cut. And we got some Mac hose grip needle nose pliers, great for heater hoses and hoses to throttle bodies and vacuum lines, etc. Off to the screwdriver drawer. We've got the Instinct handle Torx driver set. We've got the 8-piece screwdriver set with the 2 stubs, and got the free ratcheting Snap-on screwdriver. Some long picks, some Snap-on short picks, some radiator hose picks, trim popper, panel popper, push pin poppers, various stubbies and longs, some more picks, some metric and standard ball-headed Allens, striking pry bars. Luckily, I still have my old handles. I've not broken them and had to replace them with a new design. Then we got a magnetic bit set here. Oh, don't go everywhere. Magnetic screwdriver bit set for the ratcheting screwdriver. Micro tip screwdriver set. This is a tweezer set from Mac. And then we start getting some junky drawers, because I still haven't got everything organized and got rid of a lot of duplicates and crap I need to get rid of. So we got some adjustable pliers, some more vice grips, some 35, 45 degree needle nose pliers, We've got some brake tools, brake pad spreaders, drum brake, spring tools, things of that nature. A bunch of random stuff back here. Some antique, I think they're distributor wrenches I got from my dad. Some more big wrenches and snap ring pliers. Alright, another halfway organized drawer. Still quite a bit of clutter I need to get rid of, but all the half-inch ratchets, 3/8 ratchets, 1/4-inch ratchets, extension sets, tons of free radical ranging extensions, super long extensions in the back there, some little weebly wobbly nut drivers, another impact driver, bunch of random sockets, some triple squares, some long hexes, ball hexes, a little T-handle, antique old ratchet spinner on your breaker bar, some spark plug sockets. Here's another super old snap-on ratchet. I cannot remember the age of it. I've got the date stamp there, but I can't recall off the top of my head. We've got the Matco indexing head ratchet. Don't recall using it, but maybe once after I bought it. And I believe I was taking a AC compressor off of Chrysler Sebring, I think's what it was. Neat little gimmick, not really too useful. And we've got an old TM70C 1/4-inch ratchet. It's now been replaced by the T72s. We've got a Matco Stubby 3/8, a Max Stubby 3/8, and a Snap-on Stubby 3/8, because why not? You got to have one of every manufacturer, right? F80, FL80, FLL80, this is old. It's a SL710, which the modern would be an S80A. We've got the SL80A, which is the longer version of that. We've got the flex head version, the super long flex head with the soft grip, and then we've got like a 36 or 24-inch, half-inch hard-handled breaker bar, 3/8 and 1/4-inch Matco speed handle. One of my favorite ratchets, the 3/8 round head snap-on and 1/4-inch round head snap-on, and the locking 1/4-inch flex. You can pull down that basically, and you can flex it anywhere you want, just like a normal flex head. Click the button back, and it locks it in place at whichever angle you desire. Awesome thing with any flex head. It's always nice to have a lock on it, especially when they get old and start getting wobbly. Oh, another cluster of a drawer I've not organized yet. This is a hodgepodge of a bunch of stuff, but mostly it's electronic stuff. Fuses, and there's some O-rings and stuff. There's extractor set, drill bits over there, diamond grip terminal cleaners, relay buddies, an old fuel pressure tester, random wire, soldering stuff, fluke meter, bolt grip puller set, bulk gasketing material to cut gaskets out of, micrometer, big old Bowie knife, freeze plug driver, I believe, slide hammer, wire strippers, another old crappy meter I should throw away that probably doesn't work, relay buddy, auto wire strippers, test lights, vehicle remote starter switch, mechanic stethoscope, drill bit, soldering gun, magnetizer, demagnetizer, and there's still some sockets in here. I need to move those to the top drawer. Battery terminal cleaners, GM stepper motors for the instrument clusters. Oh, the big heavy drawer. We've got my half-inch Atec take angle torque wrench, which I'd rather have in my torque wrench drawer over there, but it will not fit. That's the GM coolant cap socket, stretch belt tool, bunch of random drivers and pullers and bearing splitters, bearing race splitters, and more pullers, and valve spring compressor, seal drivers, more pullers, company 23's crank pulley tool for Subaru, and a company 23 cam pulley tool for, I believe it's for the EJ 25D engine. Yeah, it's mostly a lot of 3-jaw, 2-jaw pullers and drivers. Down here in the really heavy bottom drawer, we got more drivers, some big C-clamps, rubber mallet, giant freaking sockets I do not use that were Dad's, handheld sledge, rethreader kit, hose cutter, fender roller, which I haven't used in a while. I bought it for my G8 GT when I put bigger wheels and tires on it to roll the fenders so they didn't scrub. And also rolled my Camaro when I put the drag slicks on it. And big master tap and die set, rebranded Irwin, branded to Matco. Let's see, over here we've got another drawer that needs a lot of organization. We've got punches, chisels, drifts, ladies' foot pry bars, bastard files, air hammer bits, wire brushes, more brushes, valve lappers, tubing cutters for brake lines. This tool I made this summer for pulling glow plug harnesses on 6-liter Power Stroke. What a pain that was. Never been a Ford fan, especially after working on them. Hammers, pickle fork, center punch, etc. Kind of catch-all junky drawer. Can't remember what that is. Old antique double flare set. I've never used. I'm sure older than I am. Some antique-tikis. Looky here. Our old snap-on service tool unit. Key and lock. And we've got some micrometers that are older than dirt. More micrometers, bore gauges, engine buildy stuff. What is this one? Snap-on torque wrench from like maybe the 70s or 80s. Another catch-all drawer, random junk I need to go through and organize, probably throw away. Most of this crap I don't use. That's a gauge for brake drums, serpentine belt tool, spark plug wire grabber, some snap ring pliers, hose pliers, manual for AR-15, cause why shouldn't that be in here? And old snap-on booklet, the old red wallet, and some old snap-on tool receipts of my dad's, and some of these I think date back into the 60s. That one there was 1985. But I've got some in his dresser drawer that go back all the way to the 60s. And here we've got the multi-spline extractor set. We've got a serpentine tool belt set. We've got the 1/4-inch Atec tech angle torque wrench, the 3/8 tech angle torque wrench, 1/2-inch double beam style, 1/2-inch click style. That's a case for impact driver. I don't think there's anything in it though. Oh, there's the bits and all. Feeler gauges, safety glasses, random broken taps and dies, a little hacksaw, scraper blades. This door I probably can't get to pull out. Nope. Dang it. I need a bigger shop.
Okay, we're not gonna get that out. I don't feel like moving this crap. Basically, what we got in here: a bunch of hard, big plastic cases, oil pressure gauge set, cylinder leakage test set, vacuum gauge set, master fuel pressure tester, set of oil filter cups, power probe master sets in here. Suction cup for holding windows up when changing window regulators and power window motors. There are fender covers in here, and I'm not forgetting inline spark tester kit, and tool bag here with an extra 18-volt snap-on battery charger. But I think that's all the drawers now. I think I've covered everything, and there's still 10 tons of tools and junk that are not locked up in the box that are in the shop, and I need, I don't know, maybe a side locker or something. That was my next purchase to add on to this 84-inch Epiq, but now that I've had to move it back to the house and don't have a shop built or a garage built or anywhere big enough to put it, I mean, it's basically wall here and wall here. There's no more room for this booger. It just barely fit in getting it back home. So, well, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know most of the toolbox is a jumbled mess, but hey, I'm getting there. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.